This is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this is your daily reading for Wednesday, November 30th, 2016. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for clicking on the video. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your continued support. Let's see what we got. We had the Faith card. I know that noise. That's my mouse. It always falls. Got the Faith card to start with. The Faith card in other decks is called the Hierophant. Upright. The Hierophant is somebody who has come to bring tradition and routine and consistency. Of the Ace of Cups just popped out. To religious practices, religious beliefs. He's generally the Pope, the guru, the spiritual guy. The guy that sits on top of the mountain, tells us the meaning of life. Now, upright, he's generally the more traditional type of religious leader, or that type thing. I'm feeling like today some of you may no longer be wanting to or just, you may not be feeling the regular path anymore, the regular spiritual path, the one that you've always been on, the one that you were raised on, or even if there was, even if you weren't particularly religious growing up, or spiritual, or whatever the case was, whatever it is that's out here that's being presented to you, I'm kind of feeling like, some of you are just really not on board with that anymore. It's like you're just not feeling it. And I say that with the Ace of Cups reversed. I'm feeling like this is you, like, kind of refusing to have a particular feeling, or the regularly regarded feeling that generally comes with your religious faith. Maybe you don't know how to feel about what has been and what's coming up. And as I say that, I'm looking, it's 4:44 on the clock, and from what I understand, that means, that the Ascendant Masters are with us. And I'm feeling like that some of you are no longer feeling the regular thing. You're kind of ready to step out of the tradition, with the Faith being ruled by Taurus, and Taurus is about tradition, and it's about the values and the systems and things that you were raised on. That happens in the second house of the chart, and that's generally, when we talk a time period, it's about your toddler years. So this is when things are really being pounded into your brain about how you should be, how you should act, how you should look, who you should praise, etc., etc. So with this, with the Ace of Cups reversed, I'm just feeling like you're feeling like you don't want to necessarily do that anymore. You're wanting to change the way you feel about how you worship, how you praise, how you make your connection with God, Source, Allah, whomever it is to you. So, okay, well, let's pull the third card and see. Got the Palace of Wands there. Palace of Wands reversed. The Palace is in the deck. This is the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti, or Marchetti, however you pronounce that. The palaces are about places. It's about an environment. Sometimes this is an environment that we wish to create. Sometimes that it's a place where we end up. You know what? Some of you are feeling like the people that are still practicing traditionally are going straight to hell. I'm sorry. And I swear that is not my opinion. That's just the feeling that I picked up. For me, I don't claim to be any one thing spiritually, religiously, or otherwise. My spiritual experiences and my spiritual practices, I gotta admit, are like, pretty much a hodgepodge of, it's whatever feels right. It's whatever makes me feel like uh, my God, my Savior. It's what makes me feel like I'm connected with that source. Um, so I don't have a particular belief. I've done a little bit of everything. I've looked into and spent time with and practiced and been to, you know, uh, a lot of different religious facilities. Now, the one thing I will say is that I feel like I uh, am very much more spiritual and metaphysical. And yes, I do work with the occult. I just don't work with black magic or anything like that. Reading tarot is working with the occult. This is things that are hidden. And for some of you, I think you might be looking to do something different, in order to find that sense of happiness. You don't have a passion anymore. That passion that maybe you used to have when you got up every Sunday morning and you went to church, or you went to the temple, or you did yoga, whatever it is that you once did. I'm just feeling like the passion for that is not there anymore. There's just, the the feeling is old, and you can't come to a place of it's like whatever it is that you're doing or whatever you see the world is doing, it's not lighting that fire under you anymore. I'm feeling like there's definitely some conflict with how you feel spiritually or religiously. You may be feeling like that if you try to go against what is traditional, that you may not be accepted by friends, family members, whomever it is that you deal with that same love, with that same warmth, with that same uh, uh, that same energy that you used to be with. But I when I realized that my path was changing, yeah, I jokingly told my family people were going to try to burn me at the stake. Oh well, and I'll just burn, because that's the choice. That's what feels good to me. And if people want to persecute me, or try to crucify me for the way that I choose to connect with my Savior, my truth, my God, my everything, then that's on them. I'm doing what makes me happy. I'm doing what makes me feel like I can give back the most. That makes me feel the most complete. So if that is alternative to what I learned growing up or to what everybody else is doing, You know, even if there's not another area in my life where I boldly choose to be different, my spirituality is one of them. I just told somebody the other day, I'm not changing it for anybody. I even told my kids, hey, this is what it is. I love you all to death, but I love my creator more. So let's take a look at some numbers. We've got the faith card, which is the fifth major arcana. And then we've got the Ace of Cups, which is 1. So we're talking about 6. And 6 is about transcending difficulties. You know, to because you're trying to get, once you're past 6, you're trying to get to 7, which is divinity and perfect order. So there may be some difficulties if you choose to make a spiritual change, especially, you know, with the Hierophant showing up. That's, you know, radical change. That's getting out of. Now, if he were upside down, I would say that you were definitely going ahead and heading that way, but he's right side up. So to me, it kind of seems like there's some sort of emotional struggle, and you don't at this time really have you may want to do it. You may be considering going a different route, but you don't feel bold enough, brave enough yet, because you probably feel like you won't be accepted by people that are close to you. And I think it, you know, it all just depends on what's most important to you. Your connections in this life, or your connections in every life, in all lives. You know, we may deal with some people in this existence that we won't deal with again in the next, or that we haven't dealt with before. But the Creator, we're going to deal with every time we choose to come into existence. And that's the way I see it. So if, you know, anybody would like a personal reading, you want to talk a little bit more about how you feel about your religious or spiritual beliefs, or making some changes, or what you can do, you can feel free to email me at tina@85thhousevibrations.net. I want to thank you once again for tuning in and giving this video a chance. You know, please give it a like if you like it. I'm not like going to say like and subscribe. Well, no, hell, if you don't like it, then don't hit the thumbs up. But if you do like it, give me a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe. And I look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow.